we'll start this practice off in a child's pose. If you are sitting on your heels, you can just waterfall your spine all the way down, letting your head rest. And take a moment here. Nice breathing that fills up your whole belly and torso and back. And then nice exhales that compress all that tissue inward so that you feel cleaned out. And you taking in your new fresh breath. So let this breath kind of draw you into this moment as you allow your shoulders and your neck to just relax and melt here. I like to think of the shoulder blades as just melting off of the back. And taking a few more breaths here, just let yourself become aware of the moment as it passes. Noticing how it feels to be alive right now, right here. Okay, in your child's pose, keep breathing, of course, and start to activate the hands just a little bit. A gentle tiger claw is growing in your grip. So you're beginning to grip the fingertips down into the mat. And you're deciding all the time, not just now, but in your yoga practice in general, how much strength you want to apply. Knowing that the more grip you give the earth, the more release you can have in your joints, okay? So start to push down. Maybe we start to feel a little push into the hands that travels up into a shoulder stretch, and you feel the armpits kind of hollow out. And maybe even we start to look to one side, look to the other side. So we have this lovely little twist moment here. Keep breathing. And as you look to one side and the other, keep the shoulders away from the ears so the neck is long, long. Okay, coming back through center here with your twisting spine. Grip your tiger claw hands into the mat. Pull yourself up to hands and knees. Find a supported all fours position where you feel strong. Spread those fingers wide. Tiger claw. And of course, we want strong belly muscles lifting up and in, okay? So keep your very long spine for your cat-cows. Inhaling to pull your heart forward. Exhaling, pull or push the floor away. Tuck your chin. So just some nice friendly cat-cow movements here to warm up your spine. And then of course, you know that we want to roll side to side a little bit, kind of wiggling out little tension between the ribs and shoulders. Okay, come on back through center. Find your all fours position. Okay, tuck your toes, lift your knees and your hips, and walk your feet all the way to your hands. We can take a very floppy ragdoll position here, really bending the knees, really letting the head hang. And maybe, if it feels all right, you interlace your fingers behind the back of your skull and let your elbows and your arms just kind of hang heavy. Nice breathing into the back of the neck. Nice lengthen the spine. And a great stretch for the backs of the legs, right? So feel free to bend the knees more if you need to. Release your hands, roll it up, Pushing down into your feet. Here we go. All the way up. Okay, once you stand up, lift your heart. We're puffing that big chest up and open as we push down into the heels with the glutes engaged. Let's add a chair squat here, okay? Dropping that tailbone, big chair squat. Knees point over toes. Stand tall, big breath in again, puff your heart. And exhale, fold it nice and slow here. We're just building a really slow, friendly flow. Inhaling back through your hands and knees. Okay? With your exhale, walk your hands back to your feet at the back of the mat. Same as before, take a fold here. Maybe join your hands behind your back this time, opening up your shoulders in the front. Maybe interlace your fingers. You can play whatever your shoulders want here. Okay, take your time. We're rolling up from this too. So release your hands. Inhale all the way up. Pull your chest open. Push your heels down. Exhale down into your chair squat. Keep your chest open. Inhale, stand up tall. Exhale and fold it. Palms are down. Walking forward through your plank pose. Okay, now I'm going to start to move you and flow you. It's going to be really familiar and really flowy. Okay, just to build some heat. All the way to your hands, big fold. Big exhale. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, chair squat. Inhale, stand. Exhale, fold. Inhaling back through hands and knees or through a plank if you feel a little spicy. Exhaling here, hands walk back to your feet and fold. Just one breath here. Inhaling up. Exhale, chair squat. Inhale, stand. And exhale, fold it. Good. Walking forward through your plank, big breath in. Or your knees down. Okay, exhale all the way to your hands, fold it. Inhale up. Exhale, chair squat. Inhale, stand. Exhale, hinge and fold. One more time, inhale back through your plank or your hands and knees. Exhale, hands walk all the way back to your feet. Inhale, roll it up. And exhale, roll it down. Inhale through your plank. Oh, I forgot our chair. That's okay, we'll come back around a chair. Okay, from your plank here, drop to your knees. We'll step the right foot forward by the right hand. So this is our low lunge on this side, okay? We can do fingertips, like little tents to allow the upper body a little more clearance if we like. And we can start to waggle the hips forward and back. And just finding, kind of meeting your lunge, maybe for the first time today, okay? Noticing how this feels in the left. This is the right hamstring in the front. And then we have this big left hip flexor stretch on the left side. Drop into your lunge shape and go ahead and hold it right here. Okay, if everything's fine, start to get strong in your legs. So as always, you decide how strong you want to be in your legs, but at least give it a little bit of a gentle push at the very least, pushing 2 legs against the floor. Okay, it's as if you want to push the earth away and squeeze your knees inward at the same time. Okay, once you have your foundation in your legs, drop into that left hand, reach the right hand up. We have a twist here. Big breathing in your big twist, holding breathing. So make sure the bottom hand is active and the bottom elbow is bending, not locking, and make sure the legs are still active. If all is going well here, you might tuck the back toe, lift the back knee. Who knows? Nice. One more big breath. Look as far as you like. And let's come down the way we came in, dropping the back knee, dropping the top hand underneath your shoulders. Come back through hands and knees. Tuck your toes here, lift your knees, go ahead and walk all the way to your hands and fold. Shake all of that off. With your inhale, roll it up here. Come on up. With your exhale, drop it into your chair squat. Come on down nice and low. Adding a little challenge here. Inhaling here, come up on your tippy toes. See if you can keep your chair squat nice and low. Exhaling, heels down. Inhale here, stand up really nice and tall. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale here, back to your plank. We're going to add a little vinyasa in here just for fun, okay? Exhaling here all the way down. You can bend your knees and put them down first, of course, but lower down slowly. And with your inhale, pull your heart forward. Make a big cobra shape. So think the elbows want to go back, 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 and your tiger claws want to pull your heart forward. Okay, wherever you are, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Oh, actually, we'll meet on hands and knees. That's where we were. But you can always take a downward facing dog if you wanted to as well, okay? So we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. Stepping the left foot forward by the left hand, finding a low lunging shape, maybe up on your fingertips. And let's do some gentle rocking forward and back. Okay, gently stretching. But because the legs are not very warm, we wouldn't want to stretch them too much at this point. So just really nice, easy movement here. Come forward into your lunge as you're ready and start to really establish your foundation. So push those legs into the earth. Notice how the lunge changes when you activate it, at least a little bit, okay? Really dig into those strong legs. And then we are adding the right hand down, left hand up. We're adding the twist. Hold and breathe. Make sure that bottom elbow has a little bend. Okay, it's not locking. And the bottom hand, tiger claw. Okay, if you like, you can spice up the lower body load of work by lifting that back knee. You look wherever feels natural. As you're ready, transition out as slowly as you transitioned in, all the way back through to hands and knees. And then again, tuck your toes, lift your knees, walk all the way to your hands and fold. Take a moment here. Let all of that just roll off your back. Okay, here we go. Inhaling here, roll it all the way up. Playing around with our tiptoe chair squat here. Exhale here, down into your chair squat. Stay here. Inhale, lift your heels. Work those tippy toes. And exhale, heels down, chair squat. Inhale, stand tall again. Exhale, fold. Adding our little vinyasa in here, inhaling to your plank shape or your hands and knees. Exhaling all the way down, squeeze the elbows in. Inhale for cobra, elbows back, heart forward. Exhale, downward feet, hands and knees. For some reason, I really want us to go back to downward facing. Okay, take your time here. Hands and knees is good. Downward facing dog is good too, but wherever you are, take a few breaths just to kind of notice how you're feeling. And we'll go back into our low lunge flow. So from hands and knees, step that right foot forward, find your lunge. And then right away, we'll find a twist, dropping into the left hand, right hand reaching up. Okay, go ahead and tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, and build a nice high twisted lunge. And then get really strong in your legs, strong in your core. Visualize. You're going to continue to look out to the side you're looking out to. You're just going to pull yourself upright with your upper body, upright over your hips. So pull yourself upright and keep breathing, okay? In your crescent lunge, with your twist, you can look back and you can always drop your back knee, okay? You always have that option. So keep breathing here in your twist. If all is well, you can try dropping the back hand a little bit and then lifting the front hand. You decide how much of that you'd like to mix in, okay? Just like any spice. One more big breath here in your twisted crescent lunge. We want to come out with slow control. So drop the left hand back under the left shoulder, right hand back under the right shoulder, back to hands and knees. Nice work. Step it forward to your fold. Inhale in here, roll it up. Exhaling, chair squat. Here we go, tippy toe challenge. Inhale, the very tippiest toes you've ever done. Lift those heels like you're trying to pull your heels into your kneecaps. Exhale, heels down, chair squat. Inhale, stand tall. Push the floor. Exhale, fold it. Inhale to your plank shape or hands and knees. Exhale, your vinyasa all the way down and all the way up. Exhale here, hands and knees come on up, back where we started. Left foot steps forward by the left hand, your left side lunge. Straight into your twisted lunge here, ground into your legs and ground into that right hand. Let's reach the left hand up, holding, breathing here, where we've been before. Okay, option to keep the back knee down or lift it up here. Start to get really strong in the legs, really strong in your core, and then slowly keep breathing. Pull yourself upright. Keep breathing. Remember that you can always drop the knee. All right? Look all the way behind you. Option here to play with the shape and drop the back hand while you lift the front hand. Keep the belly muscles pulling in here. Protect your low back. One more breath. Come down with control. Two hands down under the shoulders. Bring those knees back underneath your hips. From here, step both feet forward and fold. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, chair squat. Tippy toe chair, inhale, pull those heels up into your kneecaps. Exhale, chair squat with the heels down. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale and fold. Inhale here, your plank. Exhale to the floor, your little vinyasa here. Inhaling for your cobra. Elbows back, heart forward. Exhale, hands and knees, come on back. Okay, if you need a little child's pose break here, please go ahead and take one. And feel free to mix those in as liberally as you like. But we're going to keep moving and flowing in our twisted lunging shape. Let's see what we can play with here. From your hands and knees shape, step your right foot forward. Find your low lunge, just like before. And then twist it, just like before. Left hand down, right hand up. Keep breathing. Pull yourself all the way up to your twisted lunge, your twisted crescent lunge shape. You can go as far back and open the front side up as much as you like. From here, big powerful twist. Come forward and hook your left elbow outside the right knee. You can always drop the back knee to facilitate that hooking, okay? But once you've got it on there, Could you get the palms together? Really line your hands up with your heart and move the elbows away from each other. Breathing here in this very deep twist. Nice breathing. Maybe close your eyes, play with balance. Maybe drop low, play with strength. Good. Let the outer of the hip work. One more big breath here in your twisted lunge. Now we want to come out similar to the way we came in. So with control, pull yourself all the way back up with your arms open. Keep breathing. Drop the left hand down. Spin it down, hands and knees. Good. Walk to your hands and fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, chair squat. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, heels down, chair squat. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, big fold. Your vinyasa here. Inhale to your plank. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Pull the heart forward. Exhale, downward. Hands and knees. Back on hands and knees. We'll go straight into the other side. So left foot forward by your left hand. Find your low lunge. Keep breathing. So once you are established in your legs, you can have right hand down, left hand up. Maybe the back leg lifts as well. Okay, we've been here before, quite familiar. Keep breathing. Pull yourself upright all the way through your crescent lunge shape with as much opening in the front side as you like. From here, that elbow hook is happening again on the right. Elbow hook right over left. Okay, right elbow over left knee. And start to align your hands with each other very close to your heart. Get them as close as you can. Big breathing here to make the most of your time in your twist. Maximize your twist returns with your big breath. Last breath here. Think of really moving and working the ribs and the muscles around them. Great. Now we want to come out similar to how we came in. So pull yourself back upright. Open your arms wide. Okay, allow that movement to roll you back down through your lunge, through your hands and knees, back where we started. Okay, walk your feet forward and fold. Inhaling here, roll it up. Exhaling, chair squat. Tippy toe inhale. Big fold, or chair squat, exhale. Not folding yet. Inhale, stand tall. Now big fold, exhale. Inhale, back to plank. Your chaturanga here. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands and knees. We're going back into our little flow. One more time, and we're adding a nice little stretchy layer on. Now that we're nice and warm in the lower body and in the spine and then the upper body, we can get a little bit more stretchy. So from your hands and knees, step the right foot forward by the right hand. Okay. Inhaling here, find your twist, right hand up. Exhaling here, pull yourself all the way upright. Okay, inhale, expand up and open as you reach the top hand up, bottom hand down, and exhale into your twist. Don't worry, we won't be here long. If you look down at the ground and you drop each hand around your front foot to frame it up, go ahead and drop that back knee. And you could shimmy the right foot over to the left and find a pigeon pose. Okay, welcome to pigeon. Take your time making it very comfortable and very suited. There are a few landmarks we want to pay attention to. We want to make sure the front ankle is flexed to protect your knee. We want to make sure the hips are level and the legs are active. So once you feel settled in, take some time here. I do recommend staying upright for a few breaths and letting your legs really get some push against the floor, kind of started. And then once you've got the legs activated, try rolling yourself down after that. Let the legs remain active as much as you can, and let the upper body melt in contrast to the activity of the lower body. Big release for the right outer hip here. You may begin to notice as we hold here, the more you gently push the legs against the ground, the more that outer hip is able to release. So toggle your effort level based on how much tension you would like to release. Okay. Take a few more breaths here in your well-deserved pigeon pose. Okay, it's time to roll out. Very hard to say goodbye to pigeon pose, but walk yourself out here. We'll try to come out the way we came in, okay? We'll see how this goes. If we slide the back knee forward, we can come back up on that right foot. Okay. Right hand up. Through your twisted lunge, hook the knee. Good. Pull all the way upright and back. Spiral it all the way down. Through hands and knees. Good work. Other side. Left foot forward. Find your lunge. Inhaling here, left hand up. Exhaling, pull yourself upright. With your inhale, tip it back a little bit. Open up in the front. Exhale into your deep twist. Right elbow hooks outside the left knee. Okay, we won't be here long. We're just using our flow to build warmth. Check out the floor. Place your hands around your front foot and drop the back knee. Settle into pigeon. So we shimmy the left foot to the right. Flex the ankle. Okay, it helps to protect the knee. And take your time pushing against the floor with your legs. Okay, once you feel a bit more settled in to your pigeon posture, let yourself fold luxuriously. Staying active in your legs, of course, but releasing any tension in the upper body. Stay active in your glutes here. And pigeon is such a nice place just to notice how you're feeling. We're about halfway through our practice, so we've cultivated some nice warmth and some nice breath. So this is a nice little place of decompression. Take your time extracting from pigeon pose. There's no rush. You can walk your hands back underneath you. Now we'll try to come out the way we came in, okay? We'll do our best. Keep breathing. Slide the back knee forward. Step that left foot on the floor. You're in a lunge, and you can find a twisted shape here. Left hand up. Hook the right elbow, okay? Up through your twisted crescent lunge, pulling it all the way back. And then all the way back down through hands and knees. Okay, all the way forward to a forward fold here, top of the mat, big fold here. Take a moment to really hug your legs. You can bend your knees a lot, okay? You can bend one knee more than the other. Okay, and then we're just gonna kind of go with that and kind of riff on that. If you put your fingers down underneath your shoulders, you can really bend more into one knee at a time, and it's gonna give like this waggle to your hips. So what happens if we would combine that with a twist? Go ahead and waggle your tail to the left. So the left knee will bend a lot and the right knee will extend more. What if we reached up with the right hand and opened up that whole right side here? A nice deep breathing. You can push the floor down as much as you like. You can reach up as much as you'd like. Okay, when you're ready, switch. Right hand down. Bend that right knee a lot. Wag your tail over to the right and let your head hang off here as that left hand reaches up. And you twist. Big opening in the left side here. Let that head just fall off. Bringing it back through center here. Bend all of the knees. Give your legs an extra big hug here. See if you could even get your thighs close to your chest. And tuck in your chin here. The neck hang like an apple that hangs on a tree, just effortless. Okay, from here, coming down into a little yoga squat. So you can ground your hands or your fingertips and shimmy your feet apart until there's a space wide enough for you to drop your hips down low or low-ish, okay? And of course, everyone's squat will be a little bit different. Feel free to adjust your feet. You see that I'm fidgeting my feet to be just right here now that I'm down. So please do the same. Let yourself be really nice and settled in. And then you want to put those palms together and start to squeeze your knees and elbows into each other. So the knees want to separate, or the knees want to squeeze the elbows, and the elbows want to separate the knees at the same time. So when we do that, we get a really nice release into the low back, which helps to just soften up and balance the whole spine. So if you could stand and take one more breath here in your Malasana squat. And try this, okay? Without your hands, try just reaching your hands forward, lifting your hips as high as you'd like them to go. Try not to touch the floor. And then drop them as low as you'd like them to go. No hands. We're going to do it 2 more times. Hips high. Hips low. Just find that range of motion. 1 more. High. And low. Nice. Okay. Hands down, hips up. Go ahead and walk those feet all the way back. Come on down to your knees here, and then even further all the way down to the floor on your belly. We're going to enjoy my favorite shoulder stretch. We're opening up all the spaces on the front side of each shoulder. So I call it a cactus stretch. So make cactus arms looking down at the floor. And just take a moment to notice how your shoulders feel. If you just let them totally relax, let the whole shoulder joint just soften. And notice any differences or particular sensations you notice in your shoulders. Okay. After you notice for a moment, look over to the right. Use the right hand to roll onto your right side. And you can drop your head down to the ground. So now your left arm is trapped over there on the left in an angle at the elbow. Adjust the angle so it suits you just fine. And then tuck the knees very close up and in, almost like fetal position knees. So they hold you here. And so now we're just here, we're just breathing into this shoulder stretch. So you can close your eyes if you like. Invite in your nice deep breathing. Start to settle into how you'd like the stretch to feel. Maybe you're beginning to push the two hands, right and left hands, against the ground, deepening that left shoulder stretch. Maybe that right hand even reaches up, almost like you're trying to spread your wings here. Nice shoulder stretch. This is one that we can give a few minutes just to work and open things up in the shoulders. Nice long hold. One last breath into all the tissue on that left side of the chest. Shoulder, armpit, neck. When you come through, extend your knees, roll through center, and take a moment in center cactus just to notice how you feel. Notice how your shoulders feel. Good work. Let's do the other side. Let's do the left, roll onto the right side. So this time the right arm is trapped out there at kind of an angle, and you're going to adjust the angle to suit you perfectly. And then your knees are tucked in, like a fetal position almost. Once you feel settled in, the right shoulder is opening up just nicely to the floor, just the way you want it to. You start to push with the right hand and push with the left hand. Push the floor. So this is going to, the more push you apply, will give you more opportunity to open up around the shoulder joint where there might be tension. If you're right-handed, this might be the more tight side, and that's really valuable information to notice. No reason to judge yourself for such a thing. It's very common. Just notice. Taking your last breath here. Oh, such a wonderful stretch. Releasing tension where most of us humans tend to collect it the most. As you are ready, we're coming back through central cactus. You can extend your knees, roll through center, and then from here you can push it all the way up and back through a child's pose where we started. Drop your hips, drop your head, take a moment. Resting that upper body. Should feel nice and open around the shoulders and the chest. We did some good work. Okay, come on up from your child's pose as you're ready. I'd like to start stretching a bit more into our legs and get some good lower body stretching done to take care of the lower half of the spine, okay, as well. So taking your seat here, you can shift your hips to one side and your feet to the other. Bring your legs around. Okay, some of my favorite lower body stretches. I'm very excited to dive in. These are some that we can use nice long holds for, but if you need to take breaks, you can always do that, okay? Starting off with a pigeon, a single or double pigeon pose, okay? We can start by having the right leg extended and the left knee bent, stacking that left ankle on top of the right thigh. So it makes a figure four shape. So it's just like a pigeon on the left side, like a pigeon pose. So sitting up tall is good. Leaning forward is good. If this is quite enough, stay here. If you want a little more, you're going to need to bend the bottom leg too. So you're bending the knees. You're trying your best to stack the ankles over the knees and the knees over the ankles. So everything is very aligned. Either way, whether you have one leg bent or two legs bent, keep breathing. We're going to take a little time here. So you can close your eyes and maybe even use this as a moment just to meditate and connect with the sensations that you encounter when you're in this posture. If it's too much, you can back up. If you want more, you can lean in. A nice deep breathing, big stretches for the hips here, inner and outer hip, outsides of the legs. Great for the low back as well. Just a few more breaths here in your double pigeon pose, taking care of that lower body. Okay, we are staying on this side, but if you lean back on your hands, you can draw your knees closer together. So if you have two knees bent, it's pretty much the same thing. We're just heading to a cow face pose with two knees bent. If you have one leg extended, just keep your right leg extended like it was before and just draw the knees closer anyway. So it's less of a figure four now, as you can see, okay, more of a crossed leg. So from there, either with one leg bent or two legs bent, sit up extra tall, leaning back if you need less from this, leaning forward if you want to lean into the stretch. I'll give you again a few breaths here. So close your eyes and settle in. I like to remind myself in these kinds of postures to lengthen the spine and push the floor. And I just keep telling myself that over again. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, push. Nice deep stretch for the hips on the outside and all into the very lowest back. This is a great one if you ever have issues with sciatica or lower back pain. You can even sit like this at your desk. Okay, taking your last breath here in your cow face pose. When you're ready to come out, lean all the way back so you can kick out your legs, and we can windshield wiper things out a little bit here, kind of shake it off. In your hammock. Okay, so big lower body stretches. We'll do everything the same on the other side. So now we can start off with the left leg being the long leg. And the right leg will be the leg that makes the figure 4. Okay? So remember, you can stay just like this with the left leg extended. It's very gentle, and it would be maybe just the right amount of stretch in your right hip. Okay? If it's not quite enough for you, you need to bend too. But no matter where you are, you're flexing your ankles, you're sitting up tall, and you're pushing the floor gently with your legs, no matter what. Okay, so keep breathing. Close your eyes, settle in. Just lose yourself in this moment and notice how it feels just to gently push that floor. Okay, it's so interesting to notice how the two sides are different, isn't it? I'm sure by now you've noticed some big differences between the two sides of your body. So take another breath on this side. And then if you lean back here, let's deepen this stacked logs pose into a cow face pose by drawing the knees closer together. So again, with or without the bottom knee extended, same idea. Knees are as close as you want them. You're sitting up extra super tall and breathing deeply. I would give the floor a gentle push with your legs just to make the most of this. And breathe into that outer hip and low back. Okay, really nice stretch. So hard to say goodbye to this one. Okay, reluctantly lean back. Both legs kick out. We can do a little windshield wiper here in the hammock. Shake it out. Should feel a noticeable difference in the lower body after those big, long stretches. Let's take all the legs out in front now. A nice forward fold. First, sitting up with the longest spine you have. So really zip that posture up from the tailbone all the way up to the top of your spine. And tuck your chin. Pull that heart forward towards your toes. Pull the toes towards your heart, holding and breathing in your forward fold. It does not have to be a deep fold to be effective. As a matter of fact, even sitting up can be quite effective. But if you need to get a little stretch into your back, please do fold forward. Keep your inhales lengthening into your spine, lengthening into the backs of the legs. And remember your slight kick down feeling against the earth. You're kicking down here also. Okay, maybe hanging your head for these last few breaths, letting the shoulders really drop and melt away from the ears here. Okay, it is time to roll back extremely slowly. So take your time, articulating your spine, slow roll back. super slow, controlled. Maybe your eyes are even closed, and this is just a really slow, enjoyable movement. Inhaling and exhaling all the way down. You can make cactus arms when you land, and we will twist. Okay, bending both knees. We can point both of them out to the left. Look into the right. Nice deep breathing. Feel free to use the left hand to draw the knees downward a little bit, maybe. Okay, time to switch. Bring them through, over to the other side. Come on back through center here. Expand into your final resting pose and take a lot of time making yourself super comfortable. Whatever resting pose feels nice. Let your breath and your body soften to become completely effortless. Allow your awareness to rest right here, right now. It's okay if you notice your mind starting from the past to the future, since the past to the future. That's okay. Bring your awareness into this moment and just notice it happen. Let your fingers get a little softer with each breath. Any tension melting out, anything left over. Let that go here. Well, of course, please keep resting like this for as long as you can. And I will see you guys very soon. Thanks so much for practicing with me.